the recording. And now let's start with the work. Okay, so to start the class, we're gonna do a little bit of a review of what the verbs, just to work on the pronunciation. And then we move on with the verbs in the class. All right, so let's just do a little review. Let's say if we repeat: teaching,
teaching,
talk,
talk,
written,
written,
read,
read,
writing,
writing,
reading,
reading,
listening,
listening,
talked,
talked,
repeated,
repeated,
asking,
asking,
answered,
answer,
understanding,
understanding,
listen,
listen,
read,
read,
learn,
learn,
answering.
answering,
All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go. Please repeat: cooking,
cooking,
eaten,
eating,
ate,
ate,
drink,
drink,
eating,
eating,
drunk,
drunk,
drink,
drink,
drank.
drunk.
All right, very good. So that was a little review just to, like I've said, to practice pronunciation and to remember what we've studied. All right, now we're gonna go to our next verb, which is the ones that we're gonna do tonight. Please repeat: studying,
Studying,
study,
study,
studies.
studies.
Okay, so when a verb ends in Y, you need to change the Y for an I and add ES. Okay, so for the third person, he, she, it, you have to change the Y to an ES and IES. All right, entonces para conjugarlo en terceras personas, los que terminan en Y, cambian a I latina y se agrega la LS. All right, let's continue. Please repeat: study,
Study,
studied.
study,
And here, when you go to school, well, you're supposed to study, make things right in that way for you to learn. You go to school. All right, let's go and take a look at some images. So, please repeat: she is studying in the morning.
she is studying in the morning.
He is studying in the living room.
He is studying in the living room.
The boy is studying at home.
The boy is to study at home.
He is studying and listening to music.
He is studying and listening to music.
She is studying and drinking coffee.
She is studying and drinking coffee.
It is difficult for him to study.
It is difficult for him to study.
She doesn't like to study.
She doesn't like to study.
The child is studying at the school.
The child is to study at the school.
Right. She's studying in the living room.
She is studying in the living room.
She's studying at the library at night.
She is studying at the library at night.
All right, very good. Let's go to our next. So let's practice. Please repeat cleaning,
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 clean,
clean,
cleans,
cleans,
cleaned,
cleaned,
cleaned.
cleaned.
And when it's dirty, you clean, right? When it's not nice, you try to clean and make it nice. All right, let's practice some sentences. Please repeat. She is cleaning the kitchen in the morning.
She is cleaning the kitchen in the morning.
They are cleaning the living room.
They are cleaning the living room.
She is cleaning the counter.
She is cleaning the counter.
Right, this is the counter. They are cleaning the house.
They are cleaning the house.
She is cleaning the floor.
She is cleaning the floor.
And now we're gonna practice the negative. So please repeat. Nobody is cleaning.
Nobody is cleaning.
All right, let's go to the next one. So please repeat. Making,
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 make,
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 makes,
made,
made,
made.
made.
And when you build, you're making, right? It's like construction and things like that. So when you are making, it's that you're putting things together. You are building, like for example, making a table, right? So let's practice. Okay, please repeat. He is making a table today.
He is making a table today.
He is making a table in the garage.
He is making the table in the garage.
Now we're gonna practice the past, right? She made the table,
She makes the table.
right? Very good. He is making a table this week.
He is making a table this week.
Okay, very good. Also, it doesn't have to be physical things, right? It can be anything because it's making, just like we make tables, we make appointments. All right, so let's practice. He is making a doctor's appointment.
He is making a doctor this appointment.
Appointments,
Appointments.
right? You understand appointment?
No, teacher.
All right, so appointment is when you could, like, for example, we have an appointment at 6 for the class, and then some people have appointments with the doctor, with the dentist. Okay, so an appointment is when you say, okay, Monday at 5 p.m., I'm going to see the doctor. That's an appointment. Okay, so you can make different appointments or anything like that because that's what that means. Okay, that's
Okay.
appointment. All right, very good.
Teacher, disculpe, ¿está proyectando?
Oh, shit. So when you have making an appointment, you have this of making an appointment with the doctor, with the dentist, with the teacher, and things like that. So an appointment is when you say Monday at 5 p.m. That's an appointment. Okay. So when you
Okay.
tell the time, when you tell when you say the time, the day,
In
everything,
Spanish is cita.
yes,
Okay.
that's what it is. Very good. All right, so let's go to the next one. I'm sorry, I gotta get better with the projection. All right, now let's practice the next one. Please repeat. Speaking,
Is speaking.
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 Okay. So what happens is that sometimes because we are from Spanish-speaking countries, we used to say the S como S. No, en inglés se le tiene que quitar la E. Entonces empieza con el sonido, no con speaking, sino con speaking. All right?
Okay.
All right, so let's practice. Speaking,
Speaking.
speak,
Speak.
speaks,
Speaks.
spoke,
Spoke.
spoken.
Spoken.
And it's what you use to communicate. Like we speak Spanish, you are you are learning to speak English and all those things. So now I'm gonna get to the right screen and let's take a look at some images. So please repeat, they are speaking.
They are speaking.
She is speaking in public.
She is speaking in public.
The girl is speaking.
The girl is speaking.
The teacher is speaking to the students.
The teacher is speaking in the public.
To the students.
To the student.
Yes. So one more time. The teacher is speaking to the students.
The teacher is speaking in the student.
They are speaking at the office.
They are speaking in the office.
They are speaking at the office in the afternoon.
They are speaking in the office in the afternoon.
The children are speaking.
The children are speaking.
All right, very good. Let's switch to our book. Let's go. Repeat. Sleeping.
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 Sleep.
Sleep.
Sleeps.
Sleeps.
Slept.
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 And here is when you are tired, you sleep. So you understand tired, right?
Yes, teacher.
All right, good. So that's what we're gonna practice now. So let's practice. Listen, please repeat. She is sleeping.
She is sleeping.
Now we're gonna make a little bit of a longer sentence. Repeat. She is sleeping right now.
She is sleeping right now.
He is sleeping.
He is sleeping.
And for this one, let's just practice The family is sleeping.
The family is sleeping.
They are sleeping.
They are sleeping.
Okay, this is better. They are sleeping on that one. Okay, for this one, please repeat opening,
Opening.
open,
Open.
open,
Opens.
open,
Opened.
open.
Opened.
And when you have fun, you open. When you need to get out, you open. I need to fix that. All right, so open. I don't think we need to. Let's see what images are there. Okay, so grand opening. That's another way to see how English is simpler than Spanish, right? Because in Spanish we create the word apertura, right? For them it's just open. Entonces tienen que usar las palabras que ya tienen. Entonces no se ponen a crear la palabra apertura, sino que dicen opening, porque se sabe que va a abrir la tienda. So that's about that. That's a good example, but I don't think we're going to go over anyone in that. Now let's get you to the screen and please repeat closing,
Closing.
close,
Close.
closes,
Closes.
close,
Closed.
close,
Closed.
right? So that's about those verbs. Okay, so it's the same thing. Close, mm, it can be past and it can be a word. Entonces puede ser adjetivo y puede ser palabra. Entonces, verbo. So close puede ser cerré, pero entonces también no sirve para decir cerrado, right? So again, they don't create more words, they just work with what we have, what they have. Ellos no crean más palabras, sino trabajan con lo que ya tienen. All right. Now this one, let's practice. Please repeat working,
Working.
working,
Working.
work,
Work.
works,
Works.
worked,
Worked.
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 And when you have a job, well, you work, right? That's that's how the verb goes. Now let's see how we can practice this a little more. All right, so let's make some sentences. Please repeat. He is working on the phone.
He is working on the phone.
They are working at the office.
They are working in the office.
He is working outside.
He is working outside.
He is working in the garden.
Repeat, teacher, please.
He is working in the garden.
She is working in the garden.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's about verbs. We're going to do some more verbs today, but I want to talk to you about something different. Okay, so here's something that goes to what I was but I will always say to you that English has less words. They don't make so many changes. That's why it's easier to learn. So, I'm gonna say it in Spanish now. Este es un ejemplo de que ellos trabajan con las bases y las palabras que tienen y no crean tantas variaciones como nosotros. So, for example, you have sing, right? The verb sing. Well, who sings? Who makes that action? The singer, right? Yeah, that's it. Work is the verb, but who makes that action? The worker, right? Paint is the verb, but who paints? The painter, right? And you have the write, that's the verb, but who writes? The writer. Teach is the verb, but who does the action? The teacher. And it works with things too. To erase is the verb, but the eraser is the one that makes the action. All right? So I'm going to explain it in Spanish now. Entonces, ¿quién realiza la acción cuando tenemos el verbo? Pues aquí es cantar. ¿Y cómo decimos cantante? Singer. Work, trabajar. ¿Quién hace la acción? El worker, el trabajador. Paint, pintar. ¿Quién es el que pinta? El pintor, but for them is painter. ¿Quién es el escritor? Writer. ¿Quién es él es el profesor? Teacher. Cuando es con cosas, quién es el borrador? El eraser. Okay. Entonces, to make it clear, Jose, what I'm trying to say is that when you have a verb and you see the ER at the end, is that that's the person or thing that makes the action. Entonces, ya para que aprenda a reconocer, ya todos los verbos que terminen en ER son los que realizan la acción. Okay? So that's what it is. Entonces, no hacen tantos cambios, ¿verdad? So that's what it is, just ER, and you have whoever makes the changes. Okay? And now we have the possessive adjectives and the possessive pronoun. Okay, so what happens is that when you have to talk about possession, that is my car, it's my house, it's my family, it's my job, right? It's my notebook, it's my book, it's my class, okay? And then it's your, and then it's her and our, right? So you have the possessive adjectives and pronouns, and what is the difference? The adjectives go first before the object, right? So you say my house, your car, their motorcycle, our house, their building, and for these ones, go at the end. So let me explain this with this graphic here, right? So we're talking about possession, something that is mine, about if it's mine, yours, who owns it, right? So here you will put the object after my, and here you put the object before. So what do I mean by this? My car, the car is mine. Okay. Your house, the house is yours. So it's very, however you want to speak is going to be the same because there's no changing in the concept. What changes is where you put the object, and that's your choice, is however you think. So I'm just gonna say it in Spanish now so we make sure that you get the whole idea what we're talking about. Entonces con los adjetivos, por decir alguna palabra, pues el objeto va después. Mi carro, su casa, el trabajo de él, la maleta de ella. So what happens is that you put the things here. Las cosas van al final. Y con los pronombres van antes, but it's the same. Okay, it's the same concept, obviously. Vamos a decir que es mi maleta, que la maleta es mía, right? So that's the difference, and they don't change too much. Solo agregarle la S. Y el que cambia completamente es mine. The my car, also no, the car is mine. So that's about the pronouns. Where is this? One sec. Okay, and now we're gonna practice just vocabulary. We're gonna practice pronunciation and some vocabulary. One second. Okay, so in the city, in the city, we obviously we have a lot of places. So let's just practice some of them and some pronunciation. And if you don't understand one, well, you just let me know. All right. So let's practice and say, please repeat the street,
The street,
the building,
the building,
the school,
the school,
the hospital,
the hospital,
the store,
the, the store,
the supermarket,
the supermarket,
the laundromat,
the laundromat,
the police station,
the police station,
the park,
the park,
the restaurant,
the restaurant,
the post office,
the post office,
the bank,
the
the hotel,
hotel,
the museum,
museum.
is your battery okay on your phone? Si tiene batería, porque lo escucho como que no se lo escucha muy bien. But anyway, can you hear me all right? Desde que me escuche bien a mí.
Yes, yes, teacher.
All right, very good. Please repeat the
Lo
movie
escucho.
theater.
The
The
movie
movie
theater.
theater. Very good. The factory.
The factory.
The doctor.
The doctor.
The dentist.
The dentist.
All right, now we're going to talk about transportation, right? So please repeat the train station,
The train station.
the metro station,
The metro station.
the bus stop,
The bus stop.
the subway station,
The subway station.
the airport,
The airport.
the port,
The port.
the parking lot,
The parking lot.
the highway.
The highway.
All right, and now we're going to talk about the house. So please repeat the porch,
The porch.
the living room,
The living room.
the dining room,
The dining room.
the kitchen,
the kitchen,
the bedroom,
the bedroom,
the bathroom,
the bathroom,
the garage,
the garage,
the basement,
the basement,
the laundry room.
the laundry room.
Okay, and now we're gonna talk about time. So no more places, but now we're gonna talk about time, different ways to tell time. Okay. So again, if you have questions, just let me know. Please repeat right now.
Right now,
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 soon,
soon,
later,
later,
in an hour,
in a hour,
in a couple of hours,
in a couple of hours,
in the morning,
in the morning,
in the afternoon,
in the afternoon,
in the evening,
in the evening,
at night.
at night.
Very good. Now we're gonna talk about manner. Manner is the way that we do things. Okay, so this is to describe how somebody makes an action. Okay, entonces, let's practice. Please repeat slowly,
Slowly,
quickly,
quickly,
carefully,
carefully,
easily,
easily,
hard,
hard,
quietly,
quietly,
gently,
gently,
badly,
badly,
loudly,
loudly,
nicely.
nicely.
All right, so no questions. We go into frequency. So now we're going to talk about how often we do things. Okay, so let's practice. Please repeat. Daily,
Daily,
always,
always,
seldom,
seldom,
never,
never,
often,
often,
sometimes,
sometimes,
occasionally,
occasionally,
usually,
usually,
normally,
normally,
eventually.
eventually.
All right, very good. So that's about frequency, manner, time, and some of the city places to get to some vocabulary. Now we're going to talk about what we call WH questions. Okay, so again, English has different ways to show you that it's a very simple system, simple language. Okay, so WH questions, should have maybe already, but it's leaving now. So WH questions is that way because all questions in English have W or H somehow. So again, that's one of the advantages of English. Entonces, todas las preguntas en inglés tienen W o tienen H en alguna de sus palabras, en desorden, puede ser la H primero, la W primero, lo que sea, pero todas las preguntas simples en inglés tienen WH. All right? So, let's practice some pronunciation. Please repeat how,
How,
how much,
how much,
how many,
how many,
how often.
how often.
You understand the difference between how much and how many?
No, teacher.
Okay, so how much you use for things that not that you cannot count. Okay, so you use them for example for coffee. How much coffee? You cannot really tell by just saying, you know, 3 spoons, 2 spoons, and things like that because you cannot count it. You can count the spoons, but you cannot count the coffee. So anything that you cannot count, you use how much. So let's try sugar. You cannot count sugar. Again, you cannot count rice. You can count the pounds of rice, but you cannot count the rice. So that's why it's there. And then it has to do with money because you don't know what they're gonna say to you. Okay, so to make it a real difference, how much is this? Okay, so I'm gonna say what I just said in English, I'm gonna say it in Spanish. So lo que no podemos contar, utilizamos how much. Podemos contar las libras de café, pero no podemos contar el café. Podemos contar las libras de arroz, pero no podemos contar el arroz porque tendríamos que ponernos a contar los granos. Lo que podemos contar es las libras, lo mismo con el azúcar. ¿Por qué se utiliza how much cuando preguntamos el precio de algo? Pues porque no sabemos cuánto nos van a decir. Y no nos van a responder, necesito 10 billetes de 10 y 5 de 5 y 10 de 100, ¿no? Entonces, how much is cuánto. And then, when you can count things, and you can say, okay, how many apples? 5. How many oranges? 10. How many pieces of chicken? 6. So, that's the difference. Okay? How many es para lo que podemos contar. Manzanas, peras, piñas, pedazos de pollo, carros, todo lo que podamos dividir por unidad es how many. Okay, entonces how much is cuánto and how many is cuántos, just to give you an idea in Spanish, right? You understand how often?
No, teacher.
Okay, so when you say how often, it's about the frequency. So I can say to you, how often do you eat at home, right? Another question is, how often do you go to the gym? That can be another question. How often? Every day? How often? Every week? How often? Never. I don't go to the gym. So how often is that? Also, you can say things like, how often do you listen to music? Okay. So it's the frequency. So we can translate it into Spanish into different things because we use different questions for this. But